I was the ultra optimist. I had us a 5-0, mate.
5-0.
Out of it's for an hat-trick. It's like Stoke, isn't it?
Hi gang, welcome to Mike on Monday, except it's on Tuesday because we had a game on Monday, but you already know that because you're watching, so all clued up and ready to go? Good. Well, let's have a look at what happened at West Ham this week. That way, let's go. Yes folks, this week it's all been about the money, mainly your money going to the club, because in the beginning of last week the club sent out the email asking everyone to renew their season tickets and telling you how to go about doing it, and telling you that if you don't renew within 3 weeks you'll be shot at dawn, your children will be put into slavery, and you will have to pay £9 million to be allowed to watch another West Ham game. Okay, not that bad, but not that far either. We've been told that you've got until the 1st of June to renew, but it's cheaper if you do it in the next 3 weeks. Basically, please give us your money, and if you won't give us your money, we'll take it anyway. Because what the club have decided to do, if you leave money in your club cash account, they're going to delete it. Just delete it after 30 days from now. So you've got, I think, probably about 25 days left now to spend that club cash. You can put it towards your season ticket. You can buy one of the pony shirts for a tenner. You can do, you know, buy a coffee. You can do what you want. But if you don't spend it, they'll just keep it. So any, you know, that whole thing. If you obviously you're not using your season ticket and they put the whole thing out for a game, then please do send it for our exchange system and you'll get money for it. Well, they're going to keep that money anyway. So what was the point of that? Except they've just exploited you for yet more money. Between you and me, folks, right? Come here. Look, seriously, guys, I'm beginning to think that our owners aren't very pleasant people. Just a thought. I don't know if you agree, but I'm beginning to have my suspicions they might not be the nicest people on the planet. I mean, all they did was make loads of money out of porn, so they're bound to be lovely, aren't they? What else happened this week? Yeah, transfer rumours, loads of them. You know why? Because they want you to part with your money for a season ticket. Yeah, so we're going to talk about all the great players we might buy before we inevitably buy Mauro and Fellaini from Manchester United, or get him on the free, which would be even better. Ultimately, look, there is no point having transfer rumours because they've already told us, and this is the most important thing, we'll forget players, for the time being at least, yeah? They've already told us, or Sullivan did, that he was going to step away from doing the transfers and they were going to have a director of football in to do all of that. Now, that's all fine and dandy, but we haven't got that director of football. We don't know who it is, and if that person is going to do the buying of players, then there's no point in having transfer rumours because they will be irrelevant, because then the director of football is the one who's going to be doing the buying. If we're not going to have a director of football and it's back to Mr. Sullivan and whoever he chooses to employ as manager, tip for you folks, it'll be Moyes. Then what is going to happen is exactly the same shit we've had for the last 3 summers, so there's no point in renewing them. So it's all crap to try and get you to part with your money, and as I say, if you've got money in your club account, they're just going to take it anyway. As I say, not particularly pleasant people, are they? At the end of the day here, there is a massive problem with the way that our club is run right now. And that problem is very easy now and very childish for me to say, oh, it's David Sullivan and David Gold. But it is. But hey, here's the thing. We know they've got money to spend. They need to show us how they're going to spend that, not by telling us what players they want to buy, because that'd be silly because it's not the transfer window, but by telling us how they're going to go about buying players with this director of football, etc, before we should all part with a penny. I think no one should renew that until we find out what's going on with this, and that would send the biggest message you could possibly send to them. Anyway, so there you go, that's what happened last week largely. That and a load of waffle about this person and that person and blah blah blah. But largely that was the important stuff. So and then we had the whole weekend watching everybody else play, because we were playing on Monday night, hence it's on Tuesday again. And here we are on Tuesday, having played last night. Now, you probably know the score. If you don't, look away now and cover your ears. It finished 1-1. Now, I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, oh, Mike, you're just going to go and ramble on about the Borough game and how rubbish it was. But let's look at some positives, shall we? Number one, there is a point in the stadium which now sells decent beer. Yeah, I was shocked. I mean, I went down at half-time expecting drivel Heineken, and look what I found. Stoke, not the greatest beer brands ever known, but some 9,332 times better than Heineken. So well done. And look, what's that? Look at the picture. They're pouring pints. I know. Two, there was a hilarious picture on the front of the programme that made Cheku Kiati, and I assume that's Cheku Kiati, look remarkably like a zombie. Now, Cheku Kiati does not look like a zombie. He plays like one, but he doesn't look like one. We went through this earlier in the season. I did a thing about how rubbish the cover art was for the programmes of the season, and then straight after I did that, they miraculously changed, like they watch or something. And then now they've gone back to drivelling art. I mean, what is going on with that picture? Let's have a look at it, shall we? You got Cheku Kiati sort of going at people, and not only that, but do you not think he looks a little bit like he's in the Black and White Minstrel Show and a zombie? So it's a black and white, racist black and white minstrel show, zombie Cheku Kiati West Ham player. Terrifying, isn't it? Game came along and it finished 1-1. Heaps of reasons for that, but I think we should start where we always start with this sort of thing. And let's go and pay a visit to Mike over at the Tactics Centre. Mike, what have you got for us this week? Thanks, Mike. Hi folks, welcome to the Tactics Centre. Today we will be looking at the fine art of goalkeeping. This is a traditional style goalkeeper. He looks great with that limp, swept back action pose, but in reality the backward slant of the dive meant that all he really generally did was deflect the ball into the goal. And while this is seen as the classic traditional style goalkeeper, he has become somewhat old-fashioned. This, on the other hand, is a more modern style of goalkeeper, perhaps a little bit more representative of a goalkeeper like David De Gea. You'll notice the upright stance, arms reaching out, really blocking every aspect of the ball, making sure nothing, or at least very little, gets past him. The modern style goalkeeper. This, on the other hand, is Joe Hart. I mean, he's even facing the wrong way. What is the point? So there we go, folks. The three ages of goalkeeping: traditional, modern, and Joe Hart. I hope that helps clear up some of the aspects towards the game that finished West Ham United 1, Stoke City 1. Back to Mike in the studio. Thanks, Mike. That's the kind of cutting edge, brilliant tactical analysis I like to see around a West Ham game. For me, ultimately, what happened at the game last night and the 1-1 draw at home with Stoke was it was boring. So boring. We were boring. Stoke were boring. Do you know, if Stoke had good players, they would have beaten us easily. I mean, luckily they don't as well in the bottom three. But at least they tried. They worked hard. They were useless beyond compare. We had set up incredibly defensively. We had set up with 5 at the back against a team that have scored the least goals since God knows when. And do you know what? It was boring. Moyes makes us boring. He's got the players to make us a good team, but he makes us boring. I think Moyes is boring. But you know, if Moyes did Mike on Monday, he's so boring, it'd look a bit like this. Hello, I'm David Moyes. This is Moyes on Monday, except it's Tuesday, which isn't sensible. Yesterday, on Monday, West Ham fought a hard grafting draw against Stoke City. It was a point well earned for West Ham United, wasn't it? Exactly. Who would want to watch that? That's nearly as bad as this is. But I mean, ultimately, we were also full of hope before the game. I mean, we were looking forward to hopefully we were going to get Chicharito and Matt on the same pitch as Arnautovic, and it didn't happen. But we were on the boats having a beer before the game, and we were so full of optimism.
I hope it's not going to be 1-0. I'm going to go for 3-0.
3-0? Well, I've already heard that from a few people. What do you reckon?
I was going to go 3-0, but now I know Chica's not starting. I'm less inclined to think it's going to be as high scoring as it was. So I reckon 1-2-0, maybe 2-1.
Mine was 3-0 as well.
3-0?
I was the ultra optimist. I had us a 5-0, mate.
5-0?
Arnautovic for an hat-trick. It's no Stoke, isn't it? And then Chicharito for 2, but Chicharito ain't on there, so he ain't getting the 2, is he?
I would say about 2-1.
Yeah. So we all know what actually happened. None of that. And the reason Moyes doesn't want us to play like that, he doesn't want us to attack. He wants us to defend against a team that can't score. So it was never ever going to be fun. We've already talked about what happened to Joe Hart, who can't save a football with a barn door, can he? I mean, he's just hopeless now, and will be appalled if he's ever allowed to wear a West Ham shirt again. But I bet he is at the next game. We'll have to wait and see. Now, you've been very, very generous with your lovely comments and suggestions and tweets, and let's have a look at them now, shall we? Let's go. Once again, folks, many thanks for sending in any questions you got for me. You can either comment below, or you can tweet me at WHUMike with questions, etc. about the show, or any other questions West Ham related, or as you'll soon discover, otherwise related about football or life in general. Our first one this week comes from my favourite, well, one of many favourite contributors. Hi to everyone who contributes and talks to me via the, as I say, the comments below or via Twitter. You're all wonderful, lovely people, and I would marry you all if I was allowed to. But Ryan B, not Ryan A or Ryan C or even Ryan D, has asked me, who would be my Hammer of the Year given the season so far? So few to choose from, so much to choose. It's a shoo-in, isn't it? It's either going to be Ogbonna or Arnautovic is going to win the main one. I actually think Ogbonna probably deserves it more, but I think Arnautovic will win it. And young Hammer of the Year is without a doubt going to be Declan Rice, and rightly so, because the guy is class in a jar. I hope that answers that. Not particularly funny, but do you know what? That's a question that he has. Now, Asa Hammer, I think that's how you say it, Asa Hammer, if I got it wrong, sorry, Asa / whatever you are, Hammer, has asked, and now I'm assuming, because quite often this comes from the fact I'm quite often in Gonzo's vlogs, and we're always drinking in those and various stages of tipsiness as it goes along. Hence the question, are you an alcoholic? No, I'm not. I've not had anything to drink in the last half an hour, alcoholic, so probably not. It depends though, what your grasp of is that. I mean, like, I never drink alcohol, never touches my lips. or Americans, as we like to call them, because drinking in the UK is a pastime that we all love and respect and adore, largely, apart from the weird people who don't drink, and or Americans. And that's what we do. You go out on a Saturday night, you get blathered, and wherever you stumble after midnight. In the UK, it resembles the last days of Rome in its just decadence and opulent drunkenness. But not everywhere's the same. And some people think we're really, really weird by the way that we don't drink. I mean, like, you look in the States a few years ago, Britney Spears was admitted into rehab after a 3-day binge of drink, drugs and sex, yeah? So let's go over that again, folks. 3 days. 3 days of drink, drugs and sex, and Britney is in rehab. 3 days, drink, drugs and sex, and Britney is in rehab. Come on, people. Where I come from, that's called a bank holiday weekend. Do you know what I mean? Easter would have killed her, wouldn't it? And that's just the way we are in this country, and I think I am keeping the good British tradition of rampant alcoholism alive and well, and etc, etc. So, am I alcoholic? It depends who you ask and what the context is. I hope that answers your question, Asa, whoever you are, Asa Hammer. Finally, Ollie the Hammer, hey, I know what Ollie is. Ollie the Hammer has asked, can we get a result away at the Gooners? Or he's not said that, I've said that, he said Arsenal in the original question, on Sunday, because Arsenal are bang out of form. Now, they are, but we would have to, you know, create a chance to score a goal. I think Arsenal are vulnerable when attacked, so we won't be doing that because we're managed by Moyes and he's boring. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Moyes, boring. Yeah, well, sorry. Moyes is not interesting in any way, in the way that he sets us up to be. Yeah, you got the idea. Boring. So, I've no idea. Looks like my fairy godmother has waved her wand, and I will be going to the game. Yay! If you see me there, say hi. Say, hey Mike, what's with this rubbish show this week? No, but I mean, you know, just come and say hello. And thank you so much, by the way, because a lot of people stopped me when I was at the stadium and said, you know, what are you doing here? You're weird. But some of them said, love your show, Mike. And so thanks a lot. If you do want to say hello to me at any point, I'm quite identifiable, and do come and say hi. If you are going to the game, then let's sing some songs and have a good time, and let's hope the game's not boring, like the Stoke one was. And that's going to be about it for this week. Now, normally at this point there would be an outro bit of music, which we're still going to do, and a thing that comes up saying thanks for watching. I'm replacing that this week with a little treat for you, a little game I've invented, which is called Find Your West Ham player name. And so what I've done is made a little thing up, and you just fill in, take the various options to find what your West Ham player name would be. Mine is Ebola Window Licker Bong Stash, and it sounds like a redknapp signing if ever there was one. What's yours? Do let me know, leave the comments below. If you've got any questions or anything you'd like to say, so you can tweet me at WHUMike, or leave a comment below, and hopefully I will answer them next week. I'll be back on Monday, because we're not playing on Monday next Monday, so we'll be Mike on Monday Until then, have great lives, and I look forward to seeing you for next week's show. Come on, you Irons.
Give 'em the gold and sully dazzle, razzle dazzle them. Sell them a dream with loads of hope in it, then fingers crossed they will not notice it. Give 'em the old, bigger is better, schmooze and flatter them. Promise the earth and they won't see the lies. What if your pledges are all published? They'll never know, their ground's demolished. Razzle dazzle them, and they'll never get wise. Give 'em the Lady Brady flannel, razzle-dazzle them. Promise a player so splendiferous, then loan a donkey who's ridiculous. Promise the old world-class players, then don't deliver them. They'll never know you've sold their soul away. Tell them the reasons are financial, that Lacazette has just been cancelled. Razzle-dazzle them, and they won't go away. Give them the old Payet Snodgrass, smoke a mirror them. Loan them a forward who might be toothless, pay him the world even though he's useless. Give 'em the old might sign Neymar, then you huggle 'em. On deadline day sign someone who is pants. Promise Mancini and Jurgen Klopp, Rafa Benitez or someone top, then deliver them one from Sunderland. Give 'em the old two Dave's dazzle, razzle-dazzle them. Show them the first-rate chairman that you are. As long as you ignore Carsten Young, they'll never mention Birmingham. Razzle-dazzle them, razzle-dazzle them, razzle-dazzle them, and they'll never go far.